Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV and the Haslight Kitchen Sinks. Feels so good to be back. Now, when I say it feels so good to be back, meaning that the Dallas Cowboys were once again victorious and in the win column. I don't care if it is Wednesday. It was a great, great victory. And I've been on cloud nine ever since Sunday. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, and it's kind of like you ever have that friend of, you know, he's actually a Steelers fan. Obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan. So, you know, we went back and forth. We was going at it, you know, all day long, Sunday, you know, social media and what have you. But you ever have that friend to where it's subject to pop off at any given time? Like, you all are cool, but then the next thing you know, there could be some animosity in the air. Before I get into today's story, if you will, just understand that I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. I mean, that anytime I drop a video or story, it's guaranteed to be 30 minutes or better. So if you're on your way to work, you're at work, you don't feel like being there, so often we don't. You're on your way home from work, you need to laugh, you need to cry. Maybe you're trying to lay down and take a nap. Perhaps you're trying to go to sleep at night, depending on whatever time you view this video. Or you're just in the mood for a good old-fashioned true, keyword being true, penitentiary/life experience is the channel for you. If you like the 8, 10, 12, 15-minute videos, absolutely nothing wrong with those whatsoever. But at Real Kens TV, it's 30 minutes or better. So with all that being said, there is a message. This individual, I'm going to take it all the way back to childhood, because that's where initially him and I were first, I guess, acquainted with each other, if you will. He went by the name of... Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say what his name is at this particular moment. We'll get to that, and there's a reason for that. Goes all the way back, I want to say maybe 9 years old, 10 years old. And we went to the YMCA. That was very, very big coming up. You know, you go to the YMCA, you get dropped off at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, and you stay all day long. 4 o'clock, you know, your parents come and pick you up. Or if your parents don't have a car or have, you know, can't come and get you at that particular time, they have an activity bus. So you get on the bus and the bus takes you home Monday through Friday. That's how we spent a lot of our youthful years, going to the YMCA program. Don't really have those type of programs anymore. So one day we were semi on I guess kind of like a little field trip. We went to the park on Wednesdays. We would go swimming. This particular Wednesday, we had been swimming for a while, and then, you know, you at the park all day long. So I wasn't one of those type of individuals that swam all day long. You know, I swim for a few hours, then I get out and go play the games. Y'all remember the little box hockey games? You see, you got to be old enough to remember box hockey. You know, hockey 1, hit the sticks. Hockey 2, hockey 3, and then you hit the ball off the middle of the little rail or whatever. Oh, man, those were the days, man. Y'all let me know if y'all know anything about box hockey. But nevertheless, we were sitting there and we were all just chilling. We was kind of rapping. Everybody used to rap back then. Not everybody, but, you know, you had a select few that would just rap. Me, I could just straight off the top, man. I was everybody, though. Everybody was, you know, freestylers or whatever. So somehow that started, it became a wrestling match. Everybody started wrestling. I'm taking everybody. Now, I'm a little dude, man, but I'm a strong dude, and I'm like taking everybody. So I'm going through my Debo before it was a Debo, or before we seen Debo on Friday. Who else wants some? Who else wants some of Ken's, huh? Who else wants some? I done broke down about 3 or 4 people. Breaking a person down means you wrestle or whatever. Back then, you put like your chin in they chest. You know what I'm saying? Pause, though. And like once you do that, you break them down because it hurts. Kind of like, oh, okay, you got me, man. You got me. That's what we used to call breaking a person down. I'm getting everybody. But it's all friendly. You see what I'm saying? Who else wants some? Who else wants some of Ken? So there was this little wall that people, it was probably about 4 or 5 kids, they were sitting on the wall, just, you know, chilling. I hear somebody say, I try you. Dude jumps off the wall. What's up then? So we get to wrestling or whatever. We wrestle. He breaks me down. He takes me. You know what I'm saying? Like he really breaks me down or whatever. So from that point on, him and I we were cool. Some time went on, because you know how like when you're younger, you cool, but then you start to separate. Okay, you go to this middle school or junior high, you He's going to that, middle school, junior high, and then they go to high school. So you kind of separate. So that friendship that you all once had, you all still cool, but it's not really the same. Probably about, I want to say maybe, I was in 9th grade. I began kicking it with this nice young lady. It's a nice young lady, and her name is Anitra. Everybody wanted Anitra. Now, we went to separate junior high schools. She went to, I want to say Leestown. I went to Southern. Opposite sides of the spectrum. I seen her in church one time, and I ended up passing her a note. Back then we passed notes, and I had my phone number on it, and she ended up calling me. I mean, this girl was beautiful, man. She was on the cheerleading team, captain of the cheerleading team, 4.0. Everybody liked her. She was just beautiful. She was most sought after. And little old Ken's backed her up. She was telling me about her ex-boyfriend, but she referred to him as a name that I didn't know him by. So he's kind of crazy. He liked to fight. He's no fear in me. My heart didn't pump Kool-Aid, still don't. And so, she's telling me about this individual. Well, come to find out, it's the homie. The one that I told you that, ended up breaking me down. Oh, man, it's going to be instant beef. It's going to be instant animosity. I mean, after all, you look at her and it's like, man, who wouldn't want to fight after her? Who wouldn't want to fight for her? I just know that it's on when we see each other. We ended up seeing each other. It was words, but, it didn't come to fisticuffs. But it was more so like, man, you supposed to be my mans. How you gonna take my girl like that, man? I'm like, bro, I didn't even know she was your girl. Man, I'm sure she said my name. Yes, she said your name, but she didn't call you by the name that I recognize you by. So therefore, I didn't know. Now, the name that he was going by was Stone. I never knew him as Stone. Never heard that a day in my life. So I legitimately, truthfully had no clue that this individual that she was speaking of all this time was Stone. And to be perfectly honest, at that point, it wouldn't have mattered had I known anyway. She was so fine. And we were already so far into the relationship to where it just was what it was. She don't want you no more, bro. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, rather. Hate the game. And so, there was a little animosity. We would see each other at the basketball games, the football. He played football, I played football, whatever. So, we would see each other, but it was just nothing ever really, happened. Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing, man? Doing all right? Yeah. How your mom doing? Yeah. She cool. How your mom doing? Yeah, everything's cool. But nothing else ever transpired. Now, the reason that he got the name Stone, back in the day, he used to play, and I'm not sure if kids still do this anymore. I never see it. Play football. No pads, no nothing. Tackle football. Everybody get together after school. It's back in the day when you didn't have, you had video games. You had the Nintendo. You had the Sega. Y'all remember the Sega? Heck, I remember the Atari, if you want to take it all the way back, to them days. But although, we had the Nintendo, there wasn't no cell phones, computers, and all of that stuff, tablets. So the whole thing was, come home, change my school clothes. You better change them school clothes. You better not go outside in them new shoes or those school clothes. Get your little chores done. Get your homework done. You want to go outside. Go outside. They got a big game. Football. You see what I'm saying? Playing football. And those are the days. Tackle football, whatever. We was all out there one day playing. You would have different people come from different neighborhoods just to play, a good game of tackle football. We out there one day, and confrontation breaks out. My dude that I was speaking of, he gets into it with Big Julius. Big Julius was bigger than everybody. He got to be about 6'1", about 215, 220. But Big Julius is like 2 years older than us. They ended up having a confrontation over somebody got hit too hard on a tackle or something like that. So they had a confrontation. My dude, my partner, he wasn't backing down whatsoever. A lot of people were scared of Big Julius. Like I said, he's 6'1", man. He's bigger than everybody else. And he's older, too. So here it is, we might be, 11, 12 years old. This dude's 13, 14. They arguing. My partner's not backing down. Next thing you know, boom! Man, it was such a loud punch. He hits my partner. Whole head spun around like that. Exorcist. I thought he knocked his whole noodle off his neck. You know how you hit somebody, or you see in a movie somebody gets hit like in Friday, and then their head turns like this, and then the other person that hit him kind of looks around to see like what's going on. It was one of those situations. Man, I seen my partner's eyes get so big, and his mouth did like this, and he turned around and fired right back. Cause like when dude hit him, when Big Julius hit him, he never moved. He just hit him and stood there. And my partner turned around. Boom! I'm talking about rocked his world. He body rocked him. You ever seen anybody get body rocked? If it had been a wall, he would have slid down the wall. Man, he hit Big Julius so hard. I don't think I've ever seen nobody in my life get hit this hard. The legs instantly buckled. To sleep, Julius went, man. Julius went to sleep. I'm talking about snoring to bed. All the oh man, he knocked Big Julius out. Oh man, oh my goodness. On Friday, oh man, you got knocked up. That's how it was, man. That's what makes Friday so unique, because a lot of the scenes, a lot of the things that took place actually took place, at some point in many, many neighborhoods, I'm assuming, around the world. Slept Big Julius, man. I'm talking about was sleep. So from that point on, he had many, many nicknames. But we started calling him the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin. Now that's a long nickname. Some people call him Hands. Some people Hands of Stone. Some people call him Stone. Some people would call him Ronnie Garvin. But he no longer went by his original name. See, I'm the self-proclaimed Mr. 30 Minutes or Better. I gave myself that name. He didn't give himself the name of Ronnie Garvin or Hands of Stone. No, everybody else just gave it to him. So the name just kind of grew, just grew with him. Now, for you all that are not familiar with the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin, you can Google him. Back in the day, wrestling was very, very popular. I don't watch that stuff now. No knock on it. It's just, maybe I outgrew it. Maybe, I don't know. But back in the day, wrestling, Saturday morning, I'm waking up. We didn't have cable. So I got to watch the wrestling. I forget which, I know it wasn't NWA. I know it wasn't, WWF. I forget what the, abbreviation. But they was in Memphis, Tennessee. Every Saturday morning, you got Lance Brown or Lance Russell, Dave Brown. I believe those were the two commentators. I believe it's been so long. But you had Jerry the King Lawler. You had Steve Keirn and Stan Lane, the fabulous ones. You had the Moondogs. You had the superstar Bill Dundee, Coco Beware. You had all of these guys that came from, this wrestling alliance. Every Saturday morning, that's just what I did. So you had the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin. Now his signature move was, hold on, y'all rock with me. Let me take a little break real quick. Let me know where you chime in, Lexington, Kentucky. Let me know where you chiming in from. Shout out to all the people in Florida, man. It's going through that horrific hurricane. I got some people in Tampa, Florida, man. Man, shout out to everybody in Florida and Georgia, just everybody that's going through this unfortunate situation, man. I'm praying for you all, and hopefully everybody can, make it through safely, man, and rebuild, man. That's real talk. But the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin, man, his signature move was he'd take his fist. He had big hands, man. Pause. And when he get mad and he goes to his signature move, he gonna hit you. And when he hits you, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, Irene. You going to bed. You going to sleep immediately. What Dante from the Dante Show Network always say, immediate violence. That's what it was when the Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin hit you. Got me thinking about wrestling at this point. Because like I said, it was my favorite thing. I used to go and see wrestling when they came to Rep Arena, man. And You know, my favorite wrestler back then, Jerry the King Lawler, man. Jerry the King Lawler was a nice guy. He walked around with the crown, the king crown or whatever. He was Memphis owned. They loved Jerry the King Lawler. But when he took that strap down, oh yeah, when Jerry the King Lawler took that strap down, he meant business. That was part of his wrestling costume or outfit or what have you. He had one strap up on his shoulder. And he had like the little tights or whatever. But when he pulled that strap down, it's time to run, man. He might go in his tights and throw fire on you or anything. That means he was mad when he put the strap down. You know what was going to come next. He going to get you in a position. He going to get you in a move. Then he going to hit you with the pile driver. When he hits you with the pile driver, 1, 2, 3, it's a wrap. Every great wrestler had a signature move. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. You know what his signature move was. It was the figure four. He got you in that figure four, it was over with. Hulk Hogan had the big leg drop. He gonna run up against the ropes while you laying down on the ground and drop that big leg on you, and it's over with. The Macho Man Randy Savage would get on the top rope and come off the top rope with that elbow. He hits you with that, it's a wrap. Jake the Snake would DDT you. And then once that ref counted you out, he gonna grab the snake, he gonna go to the bag, and he kept like I don't know if it was a python, I think it was like a python. And he gonna go in the bag and put the snake on you. The snake's gonna... So everybody had a signature move. And that's just what it was back then. Wrestling was just such a beautiful thing to watch. So now that I've given y'all a backstory on wrestling, let's get back to the original story at hand. Ronnie Garvin was a bad man. Nobody wanted no pieces of Ronnie Garvin. Now the thing about Ronnie Garvin, you would think that he was older than us. Like he's maybe a year older than me, but he's in the same grade as me. He was just bigger than all the other little kids. Now as time, went on, he stopped growing, so people kind of caught up with him, but he still wasn't a small dude. I want to say Ronnie Garvin, at this point, from, as far as being in high school, he was at least 5'10" and less than 6 foot. Y'all do the math. He was over 5'10", but he was less than 6 foot. So that would make him probably right around 5'11". Yeah, about 5'11". About 210, 215. Solid dude. He was just solid, man. He was fast. He was athletic. He was just blessed. He was great at football. He could run track. Decent in basketball, decent in baseball. Him and I would go back and forth all the time. On that basketball court, because he really thought he could hoop. He was a couple inches taller than me, but he couldn't fool with me on that basketball court. But I couldn't fool with him on the football field. He'd knock somebody's head off. And I was nowhere near his speed. So he was great athletically. He was levels above me athletically. But on that basketball court, nah, he couldn't fool with me. So him and I, we always bumped heads. Fast forward, years go past. I'm messing with this young lady. She invites me to come to the house. I go to the house or whatever. First thing that I ask, anytime that someone invites me, who's there? Who's going to be there? You see what I'm saying? Because I need to know my environment that I'm going to. I don't just go over to people's, houses or what have you. She was like, well, nobody's here, but my sister might stop by. If she stops by, we might play some, some dominoes or some spades or something like that. You know how to play those? Yeah, I know how to play both of those. Don't really like dominoes like that. That's the most popular game in the penitentiary. I'm more of a spades player and, well, besides poker. People love to play dominoes. One of the main questions people going to ask you, man, you play bones? You hoop? 2 main questions people going to ask you when you get off that bus at Grey Goose. We call it in Kentucky. Rock with me. Ain't no rush, man. We taking our time. Shout out to the truck drivers. All the truck drivers say, Kens, man, we love your longer videos. Man, we able to get our loads off, man. We able to, you really help us through our shifts, man, listening to your videos, man. So there's no rush, man. Absolutely none. So, excuse me. I'm over at the house and the sister comes over. But when the sister comes over, she brings her boyfriend. I'm not really too comfortable with this situation, but hey, I'm there. We drinking, not getting, drunk or anything, but we sipping, we having a good time. Dude seemed like he all right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know him. I've seen him, but I didn't really know. You know how you look at somebody, you know that you've seen them somewhere, but you don't really know them. We get to playing spades. And it's not really too much conversation going on as far as the dialogue between him and I. But we cool, we cordial, you know. They end up staying a couple hours, they leave or whatever. And then, you know, we're there by ourselves. So, never thought anything of this situation. A couple months later, she wanted to go play pool. She wanted to go to it was a sports bar. And, of course, they had the pool tables. I'm garbage at pool. I'm going to be the first to admit. I'm not, you know, I'm decent in ping pong, you know, because in prison, you have the pool table and you got the ping pong. You know, those are some of the activities and some of the things that they offer, like in the gym or what have you. So I'm pretty good with ping pong, but pool, I was learning to play my last time. I think I want to say in 2015 when I was in prison, right before I got out. But I just never really played enough. I think that I could have been good in pool if I had to really put in the time. But nevertheless, she wanted to go and play pool. All right, cool. We'll go out and play pool. We're at the sports bar. Everything's cool. The pool room is kind of like a separate room. So we're back there and we playing. And I see this individual that was at the house that night with the sister's boyfriend. So I see him and he's with Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin. They playing pool, they on the opposite table or whatever. So we talking, you know, we kind of, you know, laughing a little bit. But I just noticed something something wasn't right. I see him looking at my woman. You see what I'm saying? I see it now, and this is no longer the same woman that I was with in high school. It's a nature. We lasted, you know, I don't want to leave you all on a cliffhanger or, you know, anything of that nature. We kicked it from 9th grade to 12th grade. And then that situation was over with. She went to college, I went to college or whatever. But, you know, to this day, we still cordial. We still friends. This was somebody totally different. We just going to call her Tammy. I don't even remember what her name. Yeah, Tammy. We just going to call her Tammy. I noticed that I seen the two of them kind of making eye contact. He was saying little stuff to her. But see, you have to understand that Stone liked to drink a lot. Now, I didn't previously know this, but I learned this over time that he likes to drink a lot. And the only thing that he primarily drinks is beer. He might drink some hard liquor every once in a while, but his drink of choice is beer. He's the type of individual that's going to get a 24-pack and probably drink, I don't know if he'd drink a whole 24-pack, but close to it. Drink of choice, beer. Gets obnoxious when he gets to drinking, as a lot of people do. So he's getting to the point to where he's saying more and more, you know, look at her, you got you one. Okay. At first, it's cool. Yeah, man, I got know she good. I know she can do this. I know she can do that. So now I'm kind of looking at him sideways like, bro, it's my girl, man. What do you mean you know she's... No, it ain't nothing like that, man. I'm just saying, man, you know, I'm just trying to give you a compliment, man. Don't take it like it. It ain't even like that. She ain't really saying anything. She's kind of laughing, you know, women. You know, she likes the compliments. I'm not really taking it too serious because I know dude obviously has been drinking a little bit. But he just keeps on and just keeps on. Hey, Stone, man. Let me holler at you, bro. Bro, I feel like you disrespecting me, man. It's my lady, man. We out, you know, we having a good time or whatever. I feel like you going a little too far, man. I know you've been drinking and everything, dog, but man, you cool, man. This ain't even for us, bro. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not for us, man. Let's, you know, chill out, man. Respectfully, man. This is my lady. Respectfully, chill out, man. You know, on us, on our friendship, bro. You know what I mean? Because I know he's still the Hands of Stone, man. Chill out, man. All right, man. You right, man. I'm tripping, man. You right. So I go to the bar. To get us, you know, a couple more drinks or whatever. I go to the bar to get the drinks. Or I go to the restroom. Then I go to the bar. You know, of course, wash my hands. You got to wash your hands when you go to the restroom, man. I wash my hands plenty of times. But nevertheless, wash my hands, go to the bar, get the drinks. I come back. As I'm coming back from the bar, I see Hands of Stone all up on my boonopolis. And he grabs her a tail feather. What the? Now he has his hands kind of like around her waist, kind of pulling her to him. But the thing about it, she was resistant, but she wasn't resistant enough. It was more so of, stop, you can't, my boyfriend is right there, stop. But pulling away at the same time, stop, stop, no. What in the feezy is going on? Okay, I see what this is about. I see exactly what this is about. I play it cool. I don't say nothing. Y'all having a good time? Oh, man. You thought I wasn't when I was? Don't say nothing. He goes back over to the table. He's shooting or whatever. I grab that pool stick. Not the thin end of the stick, the fatty, the other part. I grab that pool stick. You know how the pool sticks are hang on the wall typically. So it was kind of close to the table that he was at. Nobody suspected anything. I grabbed that pool stick, man. Acted as though I was going to walk back to my table. Boom! Bitch ass nigga! Boom! Hit him about 3 or 4 times with that pool stick, man. Broke the whole stick. Cracked him upside. Split his motherfucking wig. Now, I'm not violent. I'm not an advocate for violence. I'm the most laid back individual, man. Ain't gonna unalive nothing, and I'm not gonna allow anything to be unalive. If I can help it. But at the same time, man, you just majorly disrespecting me, man. My girl, man, you gonna grab my girl's, you know what I'm saying, her tail feather? You gonna grab my girl's ass? Hit him about 3 or 4 times. I'm talking crazy. He split. He bleeding. People come over. They got bouncers. They got security or whatever. They come over. They pulling me back. His brother's acting like he gonna do something. He throws a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what's up. Every time I see you, that's what's up. And back then I was a little bit more, I ain't never really just been a violent individual, as I mentioned. And I ain't never been nobody fears me. Nobody, it's not like kids, oh man, he's a real deal. Nah. But what they will say is he's a stand-up individual. He ain't no punk. He gonna take up for himself, win or lose. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? They take me outside or whatever. We go outside. But I noticed that as we going outside, instead of her, kind of, oh, baby, come on, like kind of comforting me and making sure, trying to calm me down, because I'm mad. I'm heated at this point. It's up. She's stuck, man. I'm heated. I'm ready to go all in. I see that she has a concern, if you will, for what I just did to him. I get in the car. We sit in the car for a second. I'm driving off. I guess he done came back too. I don't know. He split. He got blood. He comes out, runs out of the club. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you, Kens. He's standing in the middle of the street. I'm going to get you, Kens. Shit, you ain't got to wait. You can get me now. No, baby. No. He can get me now. No, baby. Please don't stop. We keep going. I had already stopped. But I keep going. Now I know it's beef. I know it's beef in the streets because this dude is not to be played with. Nah, he didn't play with no pistols or anything like that. And he was far from a bully. That's the thing about Stone that I've always respected. He was far from a bully. He's just the type of individual that if he seen somebody picking on the little guy, somebody picking on the guy that, that everybody knew wasn't going to defend himself. Come on, bro. Why you messing with him, man? Man, leave dude alone. Come on, bro. Leave him alone, bro. Let that go. Like he was one of those type of individuals. And if dude didn't want to let it go, I tell you what, man. Try me then. Nah, Stone, you ain't got nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying, leave him alone then. If you want to fight, you want to get it on, you got it on your mind, boy. Try me. I'm just saying, otherwise let it go. Like he never really got angry He was just a jokester. He was just funny. I always respected that about him. But now I know it's beef. Because not only is it beef with him, it's beef with his brother. See, his brother was the one that you really, really had to watch as far as that you know what I'm saying, that action, man. At chipe, at pistola, at gunplay. Not to slight Stone in any sort of manner, but again, he wasn't really about that. If I beef with him, we gonna fight type beef. It is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Like, it's already happened. It ain't like I can rewind, you know. And if it had to happen again, well, let's just say it were to happen again, and me being of the same mind frame that I was in at that time, I've done the same thing, man. Think about it. Y'all jump in the comments. You out at the bar. You out at just with your lady. Y'all having a good time playing pool, minding your own business. You're not, and somebody, come here, girl, and grabs your lady's, you know, tail feather. And you see it. Are you just letting that go? Are you just gonna leave? Are you just gonna act as though you didn't see it? Are you gonna be a man? You're gonna be a man or a mouse. You can't allow another man to grab your lady. No, you can't do that. You just can't. So as I mentioned, you know, years had passed. I started getting locked up. I'm gone for long stretches, you know, 3.5 years, 2.5 years. I'm gone. So I don't see him. He don't see me. I'm in the pen. I'm in the penitentiary, man. My level dropped. See, when your level drops in the pen, they get you out of the pen and send you to a lower level facility, even if you don't want to go. So a lot of times what a what a person will do, he'll catch a write-up to make his level go back up so that he doesn't have to leave that facility. Because most times in Kentucky, they have what's called Class D facilities. If you're from Kentucky, if you're familiar with the prison systems and Class D facilities, jump in the comments and let me know. I want everybody to feel a part of my story because you all are a part of my story. You all are me. I feel as though all of you are inside of me. Triple pause. I'm going to bypass pause and double pause. I'm a triple infinitive because I didn't mean it like that, but I have to put that out there. Kids, come on, man. We all grown. Why you always say pause? Because I want to. And it's just part of entertainment. That's all it is. My level dropped. They end up sending me to a Class D facility. All a Class D facility is a jail, literally a county jail, but they put regional jail at the end of it. They allow so many inmates to go out and work into the community. They bring a couple programs. Now you're doing your time in a county jail instead of a prison. Well, for the people that don't know, Kens, I would rather be in a county jail than a prison. No, you won't. No, you wouldn't. Prison, you can get out, you can breathe, you can walk around. Yeah, prison is violent, but you can get out, walk around, man, play basketball anytime you want to. They play handball in the summertime a lot. They got the weight piles, 3 or 4 weight piles. Big old loop you can walk, which essentially is a track. Contact visits. On the yard all day long. Nah, you definitely want to be in prison opposed to a county jail. Unless you just a scared little, you know, then maybe you don't want to go on the yard with the lions, tigers, bears, gorillas, goons, hyenas, whatever. But I done been on the yard plenty of times, man. I done got whooped on the yard too. Let that be understood. I done got whooped on the yard too. Never for anything foul. Never for anything. I ain't never snitched on nobody. Never for anything of that sort, of those sorts. But I done got into fights on the yard. I done whooped a couple people, and I done got whooped a couple times on the yard. Just what it was. Got smashed in a fight. Just what it was, man. But I always have respect. People always have respect for me because they know Lex, man. He gonna fight. Win or lose, he gonna fight. This is what it was. But nevertheless, my level dropped. They sent me to a Class D facility. When I get there, I'm like, oh, man, I'm sick, man. Because, see, sometimes when your level drops, they'll send you to a prison camp or sometimes a halfway house. Now, the halfway house is like the lowest level that you can possibly get. So I wasn't halfway house status at that point. So I knew either I was going to a camp or a Class D facility. But I was more so thinking that I was going to a camp. They have a camp in Lexington, Kentucky, where I'm from, called Blackburn Correctional Complex. Literally 5 minutes from my mom's house. You see what I'm saying? So I was hoping I was going there. You never know where you're going. When they wake you up at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, tell you B&B, 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 we all we got. You happy, you leaving, but then you get to thinking, where am I going? Where am I going to? This particular situation, I was trying to go to Blackburn, but they sent me to a Class D facility 2 hours away from home. No contact visits. 30-minute visits through the window, through the glass. You can't barely hear. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Racist facility. Beattyville, Kentucky. Three Forks Regional Jail. That's what it's called. Everything I talk about, you can Google. You can look it up. You can, do your research on. Make them no prison stories over here like other channels. Some other channels. We're going to talk about that real soon, too. About these miraculous stories that people come up with. 2 or 3 stories a day, every day, 7 days a week. All these prison stories. There's only so many prison stories you can tell. I don't care if you've been locked up for 40 years. There's only so many prison stories that you can tell. Truthful. I get there. I'm sick. I didn't already heard about this facility. One of my partners had been there. He had wrote me from the hole. He was like, bruh, I'm in the hole right now. I guess they could have pens and letters and stuff in the hole, because most places, once you're in the hole, you can't even write a letter. White boy threw, piss on me, man, and I had to show out on him. I'm in the hole, man. They gave me 30 days or whatever. So I had already known about this facility, just heard about it. Three Forks Regional Jail. You just didn't want to go there. Just stayed locked down, man. Now you're in a cell. It's not as though you're locked down with one individual or by yourself. So you're in a pod. It's 15, 20 people in the pod, but it's overcrowded because it's meant to hold 10 people. So when I get there, I'm in the front. I'm in the, when they first bring you in, I'm looking at the, they had like a board, and it had all the individuals' names. There was, cell 71. It had like 12, 15 people named. Cell 72, 73. Like, there was a big board and it had the names. The jail didn't hold that many people. It had a lot of people on the county side. Now, the county side is like all the individuals that's fighting trial doing 12 months or less, 6 months, 3 months, 120 days, whatever. But the state side was all the people that had already been convicted and doing felony time. So I'm looking at this board, man, and I'm like, man, I'm so pissed that I'm here, but ain't nothing I can do. It's the type of jail that you buck. Nuck if you buck. Nuck if you buck. Yeah, you can buck if you want to, but guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna come in, they're gonna spray you. They walk around with that bear spray, not just regular mace, not just regular pepper spray, that bear spray. Fire extinguishers on their hips, but it's really bear spray. They're gonna spray you. And they got these little masks that they wear to where it doesn't affect them. They're going to cuff you. They're going to throw you in the hole and beat the brakes off of you while you cuffed. One of them type situations. Jails do that quite often. I see cell number, I don't even remember what cell. Let's just say cell 74. I know it wasn't 73 because 73 was like the work cell. So this particular, it was a loop. So it was like 72, 74, 75, 76, and it was literally a circle. And in the middle of the circle, it was the guards tower was in the middle. Everything was glass, so the guards can see in, but you can't really see out. Maybe it's a silhouette that you can see, but they can clearly see in. So when you're looking, you can see a silhouette like of the CO. Silhouette in my perfect place. Yeah, silhouette. And so I look up and I see Stone. Hands of Stone. Now, obviously, it didn't say Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin, but I know his real name. He's in cell, whatever cell I said, 74. I said, hey, can you put me in 74? Man, my brother's in there. Your brother's in 74? Yeah, I'm like, literally, that's my brother. Can you put me in there, man? We just, I said a couple of things, use my, work my magic or whatever. They put me in 74. Now, when I go into the cell, he's not in there. He's out to work. But Kens, you said 73. If you go out to work, you're supposed to be in 73 because that's the work set. Yeah, typically. But they was allowing, they had more than, let's just say it was 12 people in 73, right? They may have had 20 people going out to work. So you're not going to put everybody in 73. There's going to be individuals in other cells that still go out and work in the community 8 hours a day, picking up trash, dead roadside, cans, just whatever, cutting grass, weed eating, whatever needs to be done in the community that I was not going to do. Absolutely did not do it. Probably cost me 3 additional years because I was not going to be a yard boy. Nah, I wasn't no yard boy, man. Wasn't doing it. $25, $26 a month. Wasn't going to happen. Y'all still rocking with me? I know your boss is getting on your nerves. You at work and your mind tell your boss, shut the fuck up. Okay? Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. I'm listening to real Kens, man. In your mind, though. It's in your mind, go, man. It's in your mind. Don't say that too. Don't do that. But nevertheless, I go into the cell. He's not there. He's out working or whatever. I notice they're getting ready to come in. 3:30, they come in from work or whatever. I go into the bathroom. I'm hiding in the bathroom. He walks inside the cell. He's like, man, they said my brother's in here, man. They said my brother's in the cell, man. Who's my brother? Where's my brother? I come out of the bathroom. He sees me. Man, what the hell you doing here, man? We dap it up, man. Much love, give each other, say, what's up? But it's that animosity is still kind of there, intertwined. I guess it's intertwined because, what's up, man? What's up, man? We're pushing each other, but, you can kind of feel, what's up, man? He was so happy to see me. I was so happy to see him. See, we was in a cell, maybe 20 people. He was the only black guy in the cell. No, at this particular time, it wasn't 22 people, maybe 15. He was the only black dude in the cell, man. They was doing stuff to him, like taking his food. But they would never do it on the weekends when he was there. They would never do it while he was there. It was always when he was gone. He come back. He opened his peanut butter jars. 5, 6 scoops missing. Strength in numbers. They were taking advantage because they had numbers on it. And I'm there. It wasn't going down. Then they ended up sending like another 3 or 4 dudes in the cell. A couple of them black, a couple of them white. But a couple of the white dudes, man, they was down with us, man. We played Monopoly every day, Scrabble, poker, chess, watching football. We ain't watching NASCAR every day. We ain't watching NASCAR all day now. Matter of fact, we ain't watching NASCAR at all. We ain't listening to country music all day. I've been sitting here, baby, with the clock on the wall. We not listening to that all day now. Why don't you stay? I'm down on my knees. I'm so tired of being lonely. Don't I give you what you need? No, we not doing it all day. Hey, but I like Sugarland. I like that song. But we're going to listen, because it was a channel called Fuse. So we're going to listen to some, if you like it, put a ring on it. Now, I don't, we wasn't really liking that song, but I'm just saying that's the song that they were playing a lot at this particular time. Yeah, there's going to be some diversity up in this motherfucker at this point, man. We loud, we kicking it, we playing the games, Monopoly, we arguing, but it's friendly arguing or whatever. We ranking, we sending shots at each other. Ranking, sending shots, meaning you say something to me, I say something back, Dude called me Heavy D and the boys looking Heavy D and the boys looking motherfucker. Y'all not familiar with hip hop, look up Heavy D and the boys. It's just like, it was just fun, man. That didn't last. Well, it lasted a few months. Then they broke us up. They separated us all. Them black guys being too loud. They've been having a little bit too much fun in there. They're being a little bit too loud. We want to watch a NASCAR, by God. We want to watch the CMA Awards, and they want to watch BET, and got rid of BET. So that's how we got rid of BET, but they had maybe 3 country channels, and then gave us Fuse. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Obama gets elected. Man, F that nigger. F that nigger. In the hallway, that's all you heard that night when Obama got it. F that nigger. You look up, COs is laughing. But it was balance. It was balance. Because now, you all can't just do whatever you want to do. I'm just keeping it real, man. Y'all rock with me, man. And so, that whole situation happened, man. We fighting, man. We in there fighting them. We fighting them white boys, man. That's what it was, man. I rocks with my white boys, man. But I'm just saying there are certain situations to where, you know, we was in an environment to where we was around a lot of racist people, man. I ain't no black people living in Beattyville, Lee County. Look it up. Black families live there. And the ones that did, they weren't. Y'all ever watch Dave Chappelle? Dave Chappelle show. Clinton Bigsby. I want to kill all the niggers. White power. Check it out. Clinton Bigsby. Dave Chappelle. Just Google it. Those are the type of families that was in Beattyville, Lee County, Kentucky, if you will. White power. So when I got there, and then they, like I said, a couple other ones came. We weren't trying to guerrilla anything because we were still outnumbered. We were still the minority, but it just wasn't going down like that. Ain't nobody gonna touch your commissary. Ain't nobody gonna punk you out of the TV. Not punk you out of, but ain't nobody gonna not allow you to watch the game because they want to watch wrestling. Even though I've strongly was an advocate for wrestling back in the day. Monday Night Raw, but you got Monday Night Football on. You got Sunday Football, but you got NASCAR. Ain't nothing wrong with NASCAR. But ain't nobody trying to watch it all day. But they say, oh man, we don't want to watch a bunch of men running around in tights. There was a whole lot of that going on, man. But we watched them football games. They split us up. They broke us up. Hands of Steel whooped a couple people. Because now he had already whooped a couple people before I got there. So I'm not making it as though I got there. Now he had already put a couple people to rest in the bed in the bathroom anyway. But now I'm there. Now it's really, and I'm there and other individuals are there. He done whooped a couple more, but he never really wanted to. It was like, come on, man. He was happy-go-lucky. Come on, Edward. Come on, bro. I don't even want to. Come on, man. But I'm saying I don't even want to. Bop, bop, beep, 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 beep. Next thing you know, you out. You doing all that talking. Then you out. Snoring. Hands of Stone. Ronnie Garvin. He didn't just get that name from nothing. Again, he wasn't a self-proclaimed Ronnie Garvin. He was given that name by the streets, by the people that seen him in action, seen him at work. But he was never, ever a bully. He comes in the cell one day. He gets his parole papers. He's locked up for some child support, man. They giving him like 5 years for child support, man. Now, you should take care of your kids. I understand that. You should take care of your kids. He wasn't a criminal type of individual. He would just often get behind on his child support. Once you get behind $1,000 or more in the state of Kentucky, back then, I don't know what it is now, but back then, it's flagrant non-support felony. He'd have a few bouts in the county, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months child support, all misdemeanors. This particular time, I guess they feel as though, you know, and Hands of Stone was kind of like a ladies' man. You know, the ladies loved him, man. Ladies loved, you know, he was a ladies' man. So, you know, he had a few kids. He didn't have an astronomical amount. I think he had 3, 4 kids. Nothing abnormal. They got tired of it. Send him to the pen this time. Send him to the penitentiary, man. Over child support, gave him 5 years. He comes in the cell, man. I made parole, bro. It was one of those moments to where it was bittersweet because I was happy that he was going home, but at the same time, like, damn, my dog's leaving me, man. My dog is leaving me, man. Like, because I know once you make parole, a week or two later, you gone. So I'm happy for him. But this is January. January of 2009. January of 2009. I don't go back up for parole until like September. Damn. I had already gone up for parole, but a couple times, but I've been fighting and acting a fool, and don't make me act a fool. I done been in jail acting a fool, man, and he got a couple, the first deferment. The deferment means come back and see us. They gave me 18 months or whatever. Okay, I knew I wasn't going home. But then they gave me another one, another 12-month deferment. Damn. So I don't go back up for parole until September. It was September of 2009. It's my dog. We done got close, man. Even though him and I, over the years, we knew each other 8, 9 years old. This is my dog, man. He going home. He ends up going home. As I mentioned, they had separated us, so I end up acting a fool. I get out of there. They end up sending me to another facility. I come home in October of 2009. Y'all rock with me. It's a long story, but guess what? It's what y'all wanted. Yes, real Kens. We want to know more about you. I'm giving you all of me. Giving you the best that I've got. Come home in 09. I still don't see him for a while, because I'm not really going out. I'm not really, I come home in 09, but I end up going back in 12. I still don't see him. I'm really only going to see him on the circuit as far as going out and things of that nature. Go back in 12, get out in 15. I'm out one night. Lo and behold, who do I see? Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin. What's up, what's up, man? We hug me. What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Once again, that testosterone pushing me, pushing him, but it's all friendly, but still at the same time, yeah. What's up? Ain't nothing changed. And shit, I ain't never been, shit, what you want to do? But it's all friendly, it's all love. We kicking it or whatever. I buy him a drink. He buy me a drink, whatever. We leaving at the club, man. Thing about me in the club, man, I always keep a bottle in my back pocket, man. Every time I go to the club, I buy me a Corona or something like that. I drink the Corona and I put the bottle in my back pocket. I don't want to cause harm to anybody. I don't want to do anything to anyone. But at the same time, I have to be able to protect myself just in case anything happens, because people drink, people pop pills, people do drugs, people do a whole lot of get inebriated, and you never know what a person is truly on. So I'm going to keep some protect. I don't go to the club deep, 4, 5, 10 people with me. Sometimes I'm in the club by myself. When I do go to the club, y'all rock with me, man. You've been rocking with me this long, continue to rock with me. I always keep a Corona in my back pocket. Corona bottle. Empty. And I leave the club with it. You don't know what's going to happen in the parking lot. You don't know what's waiting on you in the parking lot. You done hollered at somebody's girl done hollered at you. You don't really know, so you want to be prepared, even though a Corona bottle is nothing compared to, somebody having one of them, a chipe. You see what I'm saying? One of them things on them. You don't know. But at the same time, you have to have something to protect yourself. I'm leaving the club. Him and I are going out the door at the same time. It's a group of people at the wall. It's probably about 4 or 5 people at the wall. We all knew each other, went to school together, or at some point we all grew up together. So he says something crazy to me. I say something crazy back to him. They laughing. So I say something back. They laughing. I'm a jokester. You kill my dog, I'm going to kill your cat. I'm spitting like a Uzi. You say something to me, I'm coming right back at you. This fool's like, yeah, man, let me tell y'all about this dude, man. We was in jail. He was... So people on the wall. Oh, man, I'm mad. I'm mad now. I said, damn, bro, for real? I'm just saying, man, I'm just saying. For real? Now, mind you, this is the individual that when he was in jail, he was keistering. Keistering means when he was going out to work. Remember I told you, he worked on the work crew. I refused to go on the work crew. That's why I probably ended up doing 3 more years over, you know, I did 3 different, I'm a 3-time loser. So the different stretches, actually a 4-time loser, but the 3 different stretches that I did, probably lost a year. Could have went home early if I worked. No, I refuse. I refuse, man. I work inside a facility at the laundry or something like that. I ain't going out and picking up your dead roadside and your cans and you know, I ain't doing it. Yeah, I might have went out for a day or 2. But I ain't doing it. Do what you do. I ain't doing it. We on the side of the road, you know, a town that's not even used to seeing blacks. Dudes hanging out of big old trucks with the big old wheels. General Lee horns. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. Just the good old boys. Never meaning no harm. Yeah. Them type trucks. Confederate flags. Nah, man, I ain't. Plus, besides that, I just wasn't going to do it regardless. He going out in the community tap dancing. Yes, sir. No, sir, boss. Yes, sir. No, sir, boss. But he's keistering. He's bringing in cigarettes. Keistering means you grab the tobacco, you put it up, you wrap it up in something, you oil it up, and you put it up all up inside you, and you bring it in. And as soon as you go in, you go to the restroom, use the restroom, go in, put some gloves on, grab it out of the toilet. Now you selling cigarettes. You got big money. Everybody's waiting on you to come in. You got bread. You got big money. You got phone cards. Phone cards in jail is big because you want to communicate with your family. I wasn't doing it. I could have brought that up. I ain't do none of that. But I pulled him to the side, bro. What are you on, man? Why would you? Man, you can't take a joke, bro. First of all, don't joke with me like that, man. Don't joke with me like that. You know that me and you went, you know, back to back, man, fighting them white boys and prejudiced white boys. And then you want to say some stuff like this? You want to try to embarrass me on something that's not even the truth? Oh, man, you tripping. Nah, man, I'm just saying, bro, don't do that no more. What are you saying? What are you saying? I said what I said. Don't do it no more. We square up. Square up! Y'all remember the video? Well, I did a video, and it's titled Square Up. Maybe the thumbnail. I don't know. But it's titled... Yeah, I think it was. Square up. Square up means put them up. You put them up, I put them up. Square up! We squared up, right? We was in the club, but we was kind of, you know, off to the side. Y'all remember in the movie Rocky to where Apollo trained Rocky to fight Glover Lang, Mr. T? You owe me. You owe me, Stallion. You owe me. Hey, Apollo, I don't know, Apollo. What you got up your sleeve, you know? Apollo wanted to fight Rocky. No cameras, no crowd, no nothing. Just in the gym. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he wanted to fight he wanted to fight Rocky. Because he beat Rocky the first time. The second time, Rocky beat him. Or maybe the first time, it was a draw. It was something like that. But I remember Rocky's manager telling me, stay away from this man. This man is dangerous. I seen you beat that man till he had nothing else left. And the man just kept coming. We don't need those problems. Apollo couldn't accept that. So after he trained him to beat Governor Lane, come on, fool, I got a lot of more. Mr. T played Governor Lane. Come on, fool, I got a lot of more. Come on, fool. And Rocky beat him. When they went into the gym and they danced around and they was, okay, Stallion, I see you still got a... Shout out to Glover Lane, man. Carl Weathers, rest in peace, man. He recently passed away, man. One of my favorite actors of all time. Y'all remember Glover Lane, man? Carl Weathers, he's in the heat of the night. In the heat of the night, I got trouble on the wall. He was one of the detectives. Yeah, I'm giving you all an exclusive today because I've been kind of on some other lately. I've been talking about other things, but today I'm on one and I'm giving you all an exclusive, if you will. Oh, Stallion. Now remember, Stallion, you're a great fighter, but I fight great. No. Actually, let's rewind it. Manual rewind. For you all that don't know, I just do the manual rewind because sometimes I just don't feel like editing. Okay, Stallion. Okay, I see you moving. Okay. Now just remember, Stallion, I didn't teach you everything. I showed you a lot, but I didn't teach you everything. Now, you fight great, but I'm a great fighter. Okay, Rocky, Adrian, Rocky, okay, I see you. And then next thing you know, they square up and then they go, boom, and they both swing. That's how it goes into the next movie. That's how it was with me and Hands of Stone. We standing there, we square up. You know what I'm saying? But we're not saying it, but it's just our body language, and we both swing at the same time. I see that he's lunging towards me, I'm lunging towards him, and we both connect. Boom! He cracks me in my, like the side of my mouth, man, and busts my mouth, man, for real. It wasn't bad, but still. Any of y'all that know that been hitting your mouth, like, that's not a good feeling. But I catch him at the same time. Boom! I catch him on his chin, too. And it was just one of those situations where we just kind of back up. Like, it happened, and it was like, what? Yeah, I'm here too. Both of us. People seen it. They came over. Mutual friends, people that know both of us. We from the same town, same city, same age. They break us up. Yeah. And that's just what it was. I ended up going, I didn't see him for a while. I ended up going back to prison. At some point, I get out in 19 or something like that. I don't see him, he don't see me. Lo and behold, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, I'm on the dance floor. She didn't drug me on the dance floor. I have fun when I go out. Same mentality, the same demeanor that I am on here. That's how I am in real life. So I'm dancing or whatever. It's not that many people on the dance floor. I look up, I see a dude, he's on the floor, because what ended up happening was the song went off. So, you know how, one song goes off, obviously another song comes on, but it's like at the end of the night, they turn the lights on or whatever, where everybody starts to leave the dance floor. So, I'm about to leave, but she wants to dance, and it's all bright in the club or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I dance with you, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm finger popping, I'm on the floor, and I look up, and I see a dude, and he's walking around the dance floor, just jumping around, hopping around, just having fun. He's doing the duck walk. He's doing the duck but he's dancing. He's doing it really look like a duck. He's doing the duck walk. That's what so I look up and it's him. And he sees me and I see him, and we ain't seen each other in years since we dun. So I see him, he sees me, and we looking into each other's eyes, and it was like, damn. Is it on again? It was as though it was only him, the person he was dancing with, the person I was dancing with, as though we were the only ones in the dance floor. The lights is bright. Everybody's still in the club, but they just kind of, chilling or whatever. The night's up. Last call. What's up, man? He comes up to me. What's up, man? We, we give each other dap or whatever. And it was still all love after all of these years, man. It was still all love. Man, holla at me, man. That's what he's coming at me. Holla at me, man. We got to, kick it or whatever, man. I got me a little gig or whatever, man. I'm only here 6 months out of the year, but man, let's kick it, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get at you, man. You ever have somebody that, not saying that I won't, but you ever have somebody Man, holla at me. Here's my number. Yeah, okay. What's up? Bet. I'm going to hit you up. You know you have no intention on hitting them up. Not to say that I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying that was our latest encounter. I just covered about a 30-year span. Longer than 30 years, actually. From the initial date that we met until now, I just covered at least 35-year span. At least. In which him and I would see each other, sparingly. Some days I seen him, it was chicken. Sometimes I seen him, it was feathers. But we both here to live and to talk about it. And I'm going to bring him on. I definitely can bring him on the show. Hands of Stone Ronnie Garvin, man, was not to be fooled with. He was not to be fooled with. I'm telling you, as far as hand-to-hand combat, unless you know MMA or boxing or something like that, well, it's different. But if you're just a regular individual that got it how you lived in the streets and you ain't had no special training, he wasn't an individual that you want to run up on. Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin, man. That's my dog. Despite the things that he said, despite the things that have transpired and taken places over years, you get him sober, man, he's the coolest, most laid-back individual, man. It's just when he gets that drink in him, anything is subject to happen. Real Kens TV. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment, definitely share, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and be sure to hit that post notification. So anytime I bring you this action and this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive. Now, I went a little longer today for the simple fact that as of late, I've been doing different, videos as far as credit and talking about P. Diddy and talking about other things because I do try to appease everyone that sends me my emails, realkenstv at Yahoo, realkenstv at Yahoo. But at the same time, I do understand that people want to hear certain type of stories. They want to hear the penitentiary stories. They want to hear the real life stories, experiences. True. Key word, once again, true. I don't make no stories up. None. No stories I don't make up. And so when I vary from that and I get to talking about other things, my views is not as high and people. But I just wanted to come back and really, really express and show my gratitude for you all that rock with Real Kens, man. And if you can't watch the entire video at once, I get it. It's over an hour long. Maybe you have to just break it down into different segments. But nevertheless, man, Real Kens got real love for everybody that supports the channel. Real Kens TV, man. Till next time.